Hello students, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the part 2 of Pantnagar Biology practice paper discussion. So in part 1 we covered question 1 to 25 and we discussed various important concepts. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, I highly recommend you guys to watch it first because we discussed very important topics there which will help you in upcoming questions. So in this video we will continue the next set of questions. Before we begin, make sure to like the video if you are finding this series helpful, and if you guys want part 3 covering the next set of questions, please write part 3 in the comment section. So students, now let's start with question number 26. 6 is, which of the following is not a characteristic of gymnosperm? So seeds are naked. This is a characteristic of gymnosperm. Second is double fertilization. So we know that double fertilization is a characteristic of angiosperm, not gymnosperm. So here option B will be the correct option. Next question is, in the electron transport chain, the last electron acceptor is. So here the option D is correct because we know that oxygen accepts electrons and it combines with hydrogen ion to form water. Next is assertion and reason. So hemoglobin has a sigmoid dissociation curve for oxygen. This statement is true. And binding of one O2 increases the affinity of remaining heme group for O2 cooperative binding. Yes, this statement is also true. And we can say that the reason is fully satisfying the assertion. So here option A is the correct option. Next question is, which of the following correctly describes the lac operon? So it is an inducible operon. Yes, lac operon is an inducible operon. The absence of lactose, the repressor is active. So yes, this option is correct. Next question is, the role of magnesium in photosynthesis is. So component of ferredoxin, no. Central atom of chlorophyll molecule, yes. Magnesium forms the central atom of chlorophyll molecule, and we all know that how important chlorophyll is for photosynthesis. Bryophytes, which generation is dominant? So in bryophytes, gametophyte is dominant while sporophyte is dependent. Next question is, phenylketonuria is caused by the deficiency of the enzyme. It is very simple question that it is caused by the deficiency of phenylalanine hydroxylase. Next question is, the respiratory quotient RORQ of fat is approximately, so it is about approximately 0.7. Which of the following is an example of commensalism? तो commensalism में एक ग्रुप को हो रहा होता है बेनिफिट और दूसरे ग्रुप को ना ही बेनिफिट ना ही लॉस. इसमें हम ऑर्किड का एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं बिकॉज मैंगो ट्री को ना ही कोई प्रॉफिट है ना ही कोई लॉस है, बट ऑर्किड को शेल्टर मिल रहा है तो इट इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ प्रॉफिट फॉर ऑर्किड. नेक्स्ट इज द नेट गेन ऑफ ATP मॉलिक्यूल इन ग्लाइकोलाइसिस under aerobic condition is. So वैसे तो 4 ATPs are formed but out of which 2 are used, so the net gain will be of 2 ATP. So here option A is correct. Next question is, which layer of the human skin produces melanin? So here option C is correct. Stratum basal. Which of the following pairing of enzyme and its substrate is incorrect? So pepsin protein, amylase starch, lipase lipids. Just a minute. Yes, and sucrose, lactose. So option D is incorrect because, sorry, this is sucrase. Sucrase act on sucrose, not on lactose. And now in pteridophytes, the dominant generation is. So in pteridophytes, the dominant generation is a sporophyte because gametophyte is short-lived in pteridophytes. Next is statement-based question. In sex-linked inheritance, it is a X-linked type of inheritance. A carrier female has 50% chances of passing the defective gene to her sons. This statement is true. Son receives the Y chromosome from their father and the X chromosome from their mother. Yes, this statement is also true. So we can say that option first and second both are correct options. Which of the following is the correct description of the secondary structure of protein? So secondary structures में हमें अल्फा हेलिक्स और बीटा प्लेटेड स्ट्रक्चर्स देखने को मिलते हैं प्रोटीन के. सीक्वेंस ऑफ अमीनो एसिड लिंक्ड बाय पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड्स, 3 dimensional, no. Regular folding of polypeptide chain into alpha helix or beta sheets through hydrogen bonds, yes. Next is, which hormone is secreted by juxtaglomerular cells of the kidney? So renin. Renin is secreted by juxtaglomerular cells of the kidney and it helps in the regulation of blood pressure also. During translation, the ribosomes move along mRNA in which direction? It moves in the direction 5' to 3'. Which of the following correctly describes the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium? So it states that the allele frequency changes every generation due to selection. No. Second, gene pool remains constant if no evolutionary forces are acting. Yes. Assertion is, in CM plants stomata opens at night and fix CO2. Yes, this is true statement. CM plant stores CO2 as oxaloacetate during the night and release it during the day for the Calvin cycle. Yes, this statement is also true and it is fully satisfying the assertion. So here option A is correct. The process of nitrogen fixation in rhizobium involves the enzyme nitrogenase. Which of the following disease is caused by a nematode? Malaria, no. Yes, elephantiasis is caused by a nematode. Second is, next question is, colostrum, the first milk secreted after childbirth, is rich in proteins and carbohydrates only. IgA antibody providing passive immunity, yes. Next question is, match the following. Sclerenchyma, dead cells. Collenchyma, unevenly thickened walls. And parenchyma, living cells. So first ka R, first ka Q, and second ka R. So we have option, sorry. Here option B will be the correct option. Next question is, a plant is growing in a solution with a water potential of -6 bars. The osmotic potential of the root cell is -8 bars and pressure potential is 3 bars. So हमें निकालना है water potential of the root cell. So it will be calculated by adding the osmotic pressure, which is a -8 bars, and pressure potential, which is 3 bars. So -8 plus 3 is -5 bars. Next question is, in the electron transport chain of mitochondria, which complex pumps proton across the inner mitochondrial membrane using the energy from FADH2? So here option D is correct, because complex second does not pump protons. Electrons from FADH2 enters at complex second. So students, till now we have covered 50 questions, and thank you very much for watching the part 2 of this chapter. Uh, Now, in the next part, we will continue with the remaining topics and important exam-oriented questions. Until then, keep studying and stay curious and keep learning. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.